What's up, family, and welcome to another edition of Triple Double. So as you can see, we're in a home setting. We're doing a home edition. Happy holidays to everyone. I'm here with the fellas. What's up, Shawn?
What's going on with you?
What's up, Steve?
What's the deal? You alright?
They swear they ready. So we're going to jump right into it. As you all know, yesterday there was a plethora of NBA games. It was Christmas Day. Good sports all day. So answer me this. Who was the MVP of Christmas Day? I'm going to start with you, Shawn.
Kyrie Irving. Oh, it's nothing else to be said, man. Kyrie, y'all know how I get, man. I'm a Brooklyn Net now. So, Kyrie Irving, man. 37 points, 7 for 10 from the 3-point line, 100% from the free throw. I knew he would come in with vengeance against his old rival team, the Celtics, the team that called him a cancer in the locker room, saying it's Jason Tatum's team. And so I feel like Kyrie came in with a chip on his shoulder. He was ready to ball. He was ready to put the world on notice. Like, listen, we nothing to mess with. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was gonna come with it, and that's why I said that Kyrie would have. It would be a Kyrie show against the Celtics. So I feel like Kyrie had the better game in there.
Man, if I ain't never agree with you, I agree with you a lot with this topic, Shawn Thomas. Only because of the fact of, man, like you said, he had 37 points. He had 6 rebounds, which he had more rebounds than KD, but that's another story for another day. He had 8 assists. He was an actual point guard yesterday as well. So, but I mean, he had a great game. He had a great night, and I'm just looking forward to what Brooklyn gonna do. I've seen a lot of Facebook statuses, a lot of tweets saying Brooklyn going to the finals. Everybody already got them in early. Brooklyn versus LA. I like it, and I like their team. I feel like they have a lot of depth, but for him to carry that load yesterday, to step up, he had the most valuable game yesterday. I feel like he carried his team. He made Christmas exciting. And I love to see what he did, what he brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, he pitched in a little bit, so it was just good and awesome to watch what they did. Who you think, Nicole? Who you think had the best game yesterday?
I'm gonna have to go with Kyrie too. And let's be clear, I wouldn't say that I'm not a Kyrie fan, but he got a lot of antics going on outside of,
right.
You know what I'm saying? When he ain't talking to the media, just kind of throwing the shots at LeBron during the finals. So, but let's be clear,
he had a good game.
If he is clicking on all cylinders,
right.
And just to point and go back to something that you said, Shawn, as far as they was going against the Celtics, and I don't put a lot of stock into the Celtics, but I do feel like he contributed to them not reaching their full potential when he was in their locker room. Do y'all think that at some point in the season he might have that same impact in the Nets locker room?
I don't know. I feel like him not talking to the media has actually elevated his game, though. I do feel like that. I feel like it's actually elevated his game, because now he has a point to actually prove. Okay. He's been doing awesome, and I know we only 2 games in. We can't really brag on that, but I don't know. He might end up being a poison. I feel like he's been a poison in every locker room. You know what I'm saying? Shawn not gonna agree. Shawn only not gonna agree with that because he's now teamed up with KD. When he was teamed up with LeBron, he dogged Kyrie. Kyrie a poison.
I like Kyrie when he was with the Celtics, though. I liked him when everybody betrayed him.
You ain't like him when he was in Cleveland.
They betrayed him?
Yeah.
You ain't like him when he was in Cleveland. Did you like him?
Everybody turned their back on him.
Shawn, did you like him in Cleveland?
I did.
Oh my God.
I did like him.
I wish this was 2006.
Do you all know what though? Because I'm a Lakers fan. More importantly, I'm a LeBron fan. The Nets make me nervous.
I know they do.
You should be.
Nervous.
You gotta understand this. With the Brooklyn Nets, just yesterday, you gotta understand. Kyrie, there were only 3 players in double figures yesterday. Kyrie had 37. Kevin Durant had 29, and Karis LeVert with only 10 points.
KD had 26. Man, stop adding to this.
I thought he had 20. He had 26. Had 26.
But you know what I'm counting on? I am counting on them like clockwork because I know the characteristics of KD and Kyrie. They both emotional. I'm kind of counting on them to implode at some point because you just see it in so many different instances when they was with their other team. They the same people.
The difference now is they best friends.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you actually get to hoop with somebody you want to hoop with, like with your boy, you know what I'm saying, your favorite player, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different because that's somebody you wanted to play with. But if you just playing with people you don't really care to play with, and
I got a prime example.
I guess I'm only thinking of all new broom sweep good, because that's how he felt about the Celtics when he got there. That's how he felt.
But that team was already. But that team was already Jason Tatum's team, even when he got there. So, and that was the thing
disagree.
about that is true.
He was young. I mean, you can say that, but
he was young.
I'm saying Jason Tatum. That's what I'm saying.
But they was already calling him as the star of that team. But they were saying he was getting the keys.
You know, it kind of reminds me of when me and you on the court, John. I really don't like playing. I really don't like playing with you, man. I hate when you on my team. I have to say.
You look good.
Oh man, that's crazy. And so I think KD and Kyrie, I think they're meshed only because they like playing with each other. They're good friends. Okay. But me and Shawn, I have to use that as my example because I don't like playing with Shawn.
I'm the best passer in this family.
Oh, here you go. Man.
I'm the best. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, but I feel like with Kyrie Irving, he was definitely the best player.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna agree too. Yeah, I agree with the Kyrie. So yeah, I just feel like he reaching with the whole. I mean, I feel you on Kyrie, but it's like I don't. You feel me? Well, all right, we'll leave it there. We'll be right back. Briefly, we're gonna have a word from Triple Double.
Hello, hey family. This is your boy Steve from Triple Double. This is the time of the year where it's family time, giving time, gifts. We spending time together. I just wanted to tell everybody to have a happy new year and have a very Merry Christmas.
So yeah, we're gonna stay on the Christmas tip. We had so many games going on yesterday. We had the Pelicans and the Heat. We had the Mavs and the Lakers, the Clippers and the Nuggets. So with that being said, fellas, I know it was a lot going on, but out of all the games, all of them seem to be kind of like blowouts. So what do you all feel like was the most disappointing game on Christmas Day? What you think, Steve?
Man, to me, it was the Clippers and the Nuggets. Only because, man, I had high expectations. Them coming off of that great NBA series, in the playoffs, that semi-final series. That was a great series. I love that series. They went 7 for 3 straight games, 3 straight closeout games. The Clippers was up by 20. And Denver walked them down each game to come back from a 3-1 lead. So I thought, this game was going to be a little bit more interesting. The Nuggets have Barton back, so they got their full load. So I'm thinking like, this game about to be crazy. The Clippers got Ibaka. They got a couple extra new pieces. I thought it was going to be a little better. But to me, this was probably the worst Christmas in the last 10 years.
In general?
In general. Only because it was no good games to me. Every game was a blowout. Every game was almost disappointing to me. I figured Golden State game was going to be lopsided due to Brooklyn being as deep as they are. But the most disappointing game to me is most definitely the Clippers.
So this is the worst Christmas since the last how many years?
In the last 10 years to me.
In the last 10 years? Yeah. Okay. I can give you that because when it was Golden State versus Cavaliers,
it was great every year.
And it came down to the Kyrie shot to end the game. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that on Christmas Day.
How do you tend? I just got one question. And I know this is a question. This is a question inside of a question. But how, Shawn, do you tend to bring up KD and Kyrie and every time? We can be talking about football. We could be talking about Tiger Woods and golf, and you know how to bring up Kyrie and KD. I don't understand how you're good at that, man.
I appreciate
that's a get.
Hey, okay, so the worst Christmas game happens to be the Bucks and Golden State. It happens to be the Bucks and Golden State. I really felt like Steph would have a better game. Than he had even on his first game debut. I understand they are missing Klay Thompson, but they do have players like Wiseman. They do have players in Kelly Oubre and stuff like that. Yeah, #1 draft pick. He did pretty good for his opening debut as well. So I feel like they would still put up a better fight than what they did. They lost by nearly 40 points.
Yeah.
And that was actually the biggest blowout of that day. I never thought I'd see something like that. Mm-hmm. Stephen Curry was terrible. I think he was about 2 for 10.
Going to the fourth, I know that.
Yes, he was awful. And I put some stock just hoping that he could at least make it closer. I don't know if they would have won. I didn't predict them winning the game. But I think he would have at least put up a way better fight than
what we both just did? We literally both just chose the games that we picked last week that we thought was going to be the most interesting.
That's true.
You know, and you went in with high expectations of the Bucks versus the Warriors. You know, and I told you last week, I tried to tell you that game wasn't going to be as interesting. Only because Steph ain't got the pieces. Draymond is even out as well. So I knew that wasn't going to be as...
But even still speaking of, you know, the Bucks, you don't expect Middleton to have 31 points.
No.
And you don't expect Giannis to have 15 points though. So I just feel like it was
without Giannis even being the best player on the floor, you still lose by 40 points. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. I really don't get
They're
that.
not ready. I feel like the Golden State Warriors, this is the problem with their team. They're in trouble only because they're living off of yesteryear and they're still trying to play with that same format. And it's hard because they don't have as many three-point threats as they had. They're still playing the pick and roll game off the ball, trying to get Steph open. But back a few years ago, they had Clay trying to get open as well. And with the Steph, you know, KD's ball dominant. If they don't get open, I can pull up from 40 as well. So it's not as many threats. And Steph is now trying to carry this load. Everybody's dogging him, you know, but it's hard because he doesn't have another threat.
But that's what everybody would have been saying, though, that he really have it in him to carry a team. You know what I'm saying? So, and I never said that either. I never.
But a lot of people did say that, and I guess, and I feel like rightfully so, because if you get voted, excuse me, a unanimous MVP,
right? Exactly.
Then you shouldn't have got it, but it did.
Because Westbrook had a good year that year. James Harden had a good year. LeBron always have a good year. So
they tired of giving it to LeBron. We know that. They're gonna skip over.
They're not gonna get him anymore. He's done. But when it comes down even to the Clippers, I also said the Clippers, that game wasn't gonna be good, and it wasn't. And Paul George, Pandemic P, which you used to call him,
he done balled out.
Pandemic P looking good this season. For the last two games.
Paul George has been balling. You can't.
I said that.
Why is good? Paul George has really.
Paul George always does this.
He do that.
I am not impressed. He does this. You know what I'm saying?
That first game though.
But this is when it doesn't count though. I feel okay. You build your record up. You know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do in the playoffs?
But he also came off a shoulder injury last year.
Don't give me that.
Come on.
Come on.
But
when he didn't come off
he
a shoulder
played a whole season. That injury should have been way wiped off.
And
the rust is off.
When he didn't come off a shoulder injury, he still was non-existent in the playoffs.
It was not.
He had like one good game in the whole playoffs.
I figured that game wouldn't have came down to like the wire like how it did in the playoffs, because I just knew, even with the pieces that the Clippers have, I just knew it can be. I can just tell they were going to win the game.
Why did everybody
Clippers look good? Clippers look good.
They don't look.
She not gonna say it because she bad. She the big brother.
No. Listen, I feel like they look average. I do not feel like they just.
Are they top five? Wait, are they top five?
They're top five.
Then how is that average?
To me, that's average because I'm just looking at the other competition. No, listen. Oh my God.
Nicole biased like Shawn. Y'all don't apologize. She acts just like Shawn. When it comes to LeBron, she's biased. When it comes to KD, Shawn's biased. I'm the only one that's not biased. I'm open. I'm an open book.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're not. No.
I just can't
I just don't. Average is disrespectful.
Because I'm waiting on y'all to show me how y'all wet the bed in the 3-1 series. Just because y'all look okay in 2 games, no y'all don't get. You know what I'm saying? No brownie points for me.
But you're also going back to the playoffs.
Everybody going back to the playoffs.
Yeah, but you gotta go off of what they're doing now. They just beat LeBron.
Okay, you're right. They won 2 games. So they the champions.
I'm not saying they the. I'm not saying
season openers. 2-time champions of season openers.
But they're better than average. I can't give you that. I just knew that game was gonna be easy dub for them, because I felt like that they're gonna capitalize better than what they did in the playoffs. Then you got Tyronn Lue, who's a now coach. When a lot of the blame they even placed on stock
in T. Lue.
No, I'm not.
I like Lue better for that team.
What's up, family? It's your girl Nicole, host of Triple Double. I just want to tell you all happy holidays from my family to your family. Thank you so much for inviting us into your homes. Be sure to keep up on all the content that we have going on. We love you and Happy New Year.
Once again, Doc Rivers as the coach of the Clippers, I didn't necessarily gel with that, but I like Tyronn Lue for this season.
Y'all feel like What y'all basing it off of though? This the 2 games or?
Exactly.
No, I'm just saying. You're like,
For real.
what? No, really?
I just think, man, Doc need a lot of pieces. What you had a lot of pieces with the Clippers?
Right.
He need a lot of
He
pieces.
had a lot of pieces with the clip. With who?
With the Clippers, he got a lot of pieces.
Oh, okay.
He had it multiple years.
Okay, yeah.
Even dating back when he had CP3 and Blake and all of them boys was deep.
That was,
Jamal.
that was another Showtime.
There was Showtime for sure, but never.
Yeah.
They're not winners. Like they couldn't do it.
I guess y'all, but y'all know I wasn't here last week. Did y'all miss me?
I miss you. Steve wanted to stay the host.
You want to what? You want to do what?
I was thinking about I become the host and you and Sean just debate, and I just sit there and
He was gonna put
look
on
good for the
he was gonna put on the lipstick and the skirt and everything, man. He was gonna do all of
I
that.
thought you trying to be me when I'm not here. I'm glad y'all miss me. I miss y'all too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Let's jump into some football. So we have a lot of things going on in football. As we already know, the season is really coming to a close. Everybody kind of trying to win their last little few games to get to where, you know what I'm saying, they're going to end up at. But answer me this, because we got the Packers playing well against nobody. We got the Saints. We got the Saints. We got the Buccaneers. So who is the favorite, if there can be a favorite? So who is the favorite, Steve? Because he's already in the NFC.
Well, apparently it's not the Saints. We just
okay.
It's not the Saints.
Okay.
I mean,
I agree with that. It's people riding the Saints though, so I agree.
I mean, some people ride them. That's my second favorite squad. Drew Brees, my favorite quarterback. Though he's my number one. I got two.
Who was the other one?
I'm getting there. Can I get there? Can I walk it down? It ain't the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? They too far down on the list. I like them. They play. They contending. You know what I'm saying? Brady playing good. Apparently, we watching him play against the Lions right now. He's smoking them at halftime, but he's going against the Detroit Lions. That's nothing to brag on, John. That's your hometown.
Nothing to brag on.
But exactly.
I mean, come on, man. Just stall the Packers out for a minute, and that's who I feel like is the biggest threat in the NFC. He's an MVP contender. They playing good. They got a good defense. They playing pretty good. And the reason I'm not saying the Saints is because I'm looking at Drew Brees' numbers from the Christmas Day game, John, against the Vikings, and he don't have any touchdown passes. And my guy, Aaron Rodgers, was Drew Brees my first guy, really.
Exactly.
But I mean, my point. I'm just trying to make a case about my teams.
Okay.
So that's all it is. Just hold off for a second. Just give me a minute.
I was about to
give me a minute. Drew Brees, my guy. I love him, man. 100 grand. But Aaron Rodgers, man, he's leading the league in touchdown passes. I feel like if you gonna be a threat, your quarterback, which he's just coming back off an injury, he had over 300 yards. He threw good, threw perfectly. But Kamara was the standout yesterday. He was Christmas Day MVP. He played better than Kyrie Irving in basketball. I mean, he took away. He's the sports MVP yesterday with 6 touchdowns.
I can give you that. There's only 2 people who's been able to do that, and it's been almost over 100 years. It's getting to that point since another player has scored 6 touchdowns. So I can give you that. But more importantly, they did just play the Vikings. Let's not celebrate too hard. It was the Vikings.
Apparently.
But it's the same thing for Aaron Rodgers too. I told you last week. Who did Aaron Rodgers play? He played 3 title contenders all season. Tampa Bay, which he lost. Indiana Colts, which he lost. Indianapolis Colts, they lost. And then he did win this game against Drew Brees. So only one game out of those 3 hard title contenders.
The biggest threat is the Buccaneers.
The biggest threat is the Buccaneers. The thing is, you can never count Tom Brady out when it comes to playoff.
What about last year when he was with the Patriots?
What about last year? He had nobody.
What did they have?
Julian Edelman was the best receiver on the team. And he was already broke down. He ain't even played the whole season. Right. What are you supposed to do?
That's true. So, what y'all just wanted Gronk to stay or something?
First of all, you got to understand when it comes
to Gronk to stay on the Buccaneers because I don't really feel like
he's not doing anything. So how are they the biggest threat?
Because you still got Tom Brady when the rubber meets the road.
This football though.
He's proved
one person.
He's proved it. 6 out of 9 Super Bowls.
But wait. Don't forget about the marriage between him and Belichick.
Oh yeah, he got a great marriage. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to Tom Brady, people playing on the field, Tom Brady has the most playoff wins, most touchdown passes, most passing yards, and completion percentage. He's all playoff categories. So, and then you mentioned touchdowns for the season for Aaron Rodgers, but when it comes to the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers doesn't show up. And then we can say the same thing about the Saints.
A
The
champion
last 4
doesn't
years.
show up.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
A champion?
When was the last time they won a shit? Thank you. Thank you. And then those people who's also saying Drew Brees, the last 4 years, Drew Brees has either went 13-3 or 11-5, and has fell short every time. Every time. So I'm not giving you Drew Brees, and I'm not giving you.
I can't live off. I can't live off his.
Last year, guess who we lost to? Kirk Cousins.
All
right. He did. All right.
I was disappointed.
What are we celebrating for?
Guess why it's not gonna matter? Cause whoever gotta come see the Kansas City Chiefs.
They losing. I don't have NFC
I can't say that. I can't say that. I can still put Tom Brady up against Kansas City. I love Pat Mahomes. I get it. No, I get it. I get what you're going. I feel like when it's time for Tom Brady to show up, because they had a bye week, because they had some ugly ills.
What do
they had some ugly ills.
Can I
They had a bye week. They had a bye week. They about to win out.
Can I interview? Because I'm about to walk out. I already closed my laptop. Now I got it in my hand. I'm 2 seconds away of standing up and leaving. Sean, are you serious, man?
Man, hey, listen. I love Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is behind Tom Brady. Behind Tom Brady.
If I just want to date back a little bit. Who just won? And I know it's a season game. I know what you're gonna say. When Kansas City and the Bucks played a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Kansas City won.
And just last week, when Kansas City just played the same. Listen, everybody could be coming off an injury. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs was literally without 3 of they starters on the O-line. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, listen. If Tom Brady loses to Pat Mahomes, I'm not gonna be hurt. I'm not gonna be hurt because Pat Mahomes is the best player in the league.
6 out of 10 championships.
6 out of 10. I can settle for that. He already got the most. He already got the most.
That's good.
I'm about to throw a monkey wrench. I need to get you on file. Give me your Super Bowl pick right now.
Tampa Bay, Kansas City.
No. To win it all.
To win it all?
I gotta get you on file.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna roll with Tom Brady. I'm gonna say Tom Brady for sure, but I love Pat Mahomes. I love Pat Mahomes. Those two are my favorites. Those two are my favorites. So I wouldn't care if either one lost to the other. If Pat Mahomes loses to Tom Brady, I'm not gonna be hurt. He lost to a GOAT.
You hear it here first. Showdown gonna be the Packers, the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my God!
Kansas City
Are
Chiefs,
you serious?
But the Kansas City Chiefs gonna win.
Kansas, they may. Hey, if they win,
I guess my only thing is, until it's proven not to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I get
like, you. I don't.
You saying?
I feel like they've been playing with the field.
Yeah, they have. They have. I feel like they have. And even when it comes down to the playoffs, I feel like it's gonna be tight for them because as great as they are, they play title contenders and hasn't blown nobody out as well. So
but a win is a win. I don't care if they win.
That's true. One. That's true. But when it gets tight,
they win.
I feel like
Pat Mahomes will it down.
So y'all mean okay? So how long is Pat Mahomes gonna be in the league for the next? Y'all say about the next?
How long he gonna be here there now?
Y'all say he's gonna be playing in the league about the next 10 years or so, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all expecting Pat Mahomes to win for the next 10 years?
No, we was talking about this year.
Nigga about to say, hold on.
I don't know. Andy Reid is great. I'm not saying he's going to I'm just saying if you keep the right pieces around him, just like Tom Brady had the right pieces around him, he was married in a good marriage with Belichick. I'm saying if you keep that, he can be a contender.
Okay, and that is a great point. And even with that great marriage, they still didn't go 9-9.
I didn't say they were going undefeated. But I'm just saying he's gonna be a contender every year.
Well, yeah, I'll never knock that. I've never knocked that. But I'm saying
we gotta get to commercial.
We gotta get to commercial. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We're just gonna have a brief word from Triple Double.
What's going on, y'all, man? This is Shawn from Sports Talk. I just want to tell my family, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Love you guys. Thank you for sharing, and subscribing.
Welcome back. So, before we get on out of here, fellas, I have another question. So, we already know. That the NBA season is underway. Very short turnaround from the last finals. The Lakers, NBA champions. They're defending their title. So, answer me this. Are you taking the Lakers to repeat? Or are you going with the field? I'm gonna start with you, Shy.
You know I'm going with the field. Come on now, man. The Lakers to repeat. Come on, man.
Well, so listen, when I say repeat, I mean, do you feel like they're gonna hang the 18th banner this season?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, what? I mean, I don't know how to say it in French, but I can try one day. Here you go, man. Here you go, man.
Absolutely not. Like, there's no way.
No, I feel like Brooklyn. Brooklyn is too loaded. When you think about Brooklyn, they're loaded from everything. Like I said, only 3 players in double digits, you know, for Christmas Day. And they still won by nearly 30 points. Come on, man. I feel like KD and Kyrie is just on a whole different level. Then you got DeAndre Jordan, who's also another friend of theirs. Who's the best friend also in their little, you know, trio, banana boat, I guess you can call it. And I feel like they're ones to be reckoned with. They putting the world on notice the fact that with KD being out, that LeBron James championship last year has an asterisk by it, in my opinion.
What do LeBron championship have to do with KD getting hurt?
Because I feel like if KD was still playing, if he was playing, it wouldn't have went down like
Has
that.
Kevin Durant ever won anything with him carrying the team by himself?
No, but if he got this Brooklyn next team, if he got this Brooklyn next team, he's gonna get it.
What was the answer?
What?
Was it like a yes or a no?
What did he what?
Has Kevin Durant won anything with him being the leader of the team?
Yeah, Golden State.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
All right, maybe not Golden State. All right, maybe not Golden State. But I feel like he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't. But that's not his thing though. That's not his thing. He just want to play ball. Like all seriousness, that's all he wants to do. And that's why he teamed up with his boy Kyrie. Because that's all they want to do is play ball. They don't care about media. They don't care about all the other stuff. They just want to hoop. That's just it. That's it.
Okay, you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Can I leave now?
Go ahead.
I'm ready to go.
Go ahead. Go
All right, look, before I go, I gotta say this. Am I a Laker fan? Yes. Am I the biggest LeBron fan?
Oh my God. So you're a Laker fan. I'm glad we got you.
I'm a league, yeah. I'm diehard Laker. I was born into Kobe being my guy. I've been a Laker fan.
I was too.
But this is my thing. Do I want them to win this year? They're not my favorite team, so I don't want them to win. But is there a possible chance?
How are you a diehard Laker fan?
I don't want them to win because I'm not the biggest LeBron and Anthony Davis fan.
But it's all about being a Laker, though, right?
No, not with me.
Okay.
Not with
He
me.
said the personnel got to be different.
The personnel was different then, yes.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's the thing.
So who's your choice?
My choice this year, I don't like agreeing with you, son.
All right.
I don't like it.
You might as well.
I think the Nets are going to win in 7.
All right. There we go.
Against the Lakers.
There we go.
Only because they're more in depth. Trust me, though. I know LeBron going to come and ball. I just don't trust. I want to see how KD about to pan out. I don't trust AD, though. The whole bubble thing was a good point that you did make up. I don't agree with it. A championship is a championship. I do agree with that. Right. But the whole bubble thing, it was different. You know what I'm saying? They were more catered to. They had all of them days off of rest, before they went back to the bubble. So
no traveling.
Yeah, no traveling, all of that. It was an easier role. LeBron disagreed, though. He said this was the hardest championship.
But it's not. But wait, no. I feel like you can't say LeBron because Paul George said he got depressed in the bubble. Okay. It was other players that literally was saying like, no, these not the usual. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the Lakers. They had the #1 seed. That meant nothing going into the bubble. It wasn't a home court advantage. They didn't even know who they was playing until a couple days before because they had to play in with the Grizzlies and Portland. So I just can't see how people kind of, you know what I'm saying, trying to like discount it. But I feel like
I don't discount it.
But people, but you wouldn't have gave it an asterisk if a team that you wanted, you know what I'm saying, to be there and win would have won. You wouldn't have gave it an asterisk. I know that. That's what I'm saying.
I do. I give LeBron. I said he's on the last episode. I said he's on the off.
If LeBert would have led his team to the championship and won,
it would have been no asterisk.
I would have been shocked at LeBron. I would have been shocked that he didn't win.
But you see what you just did. But here's the thing, though. My thing with people and when they talk sports analysts, I feel like even if you are biased, how is it up to one person if they do something they get discounted, but if they don't do something they get crucified?
Because at the same time, even with the Nets, if they even would have won and Karis LeVert would have carried them, I still would have had a question mark about it, because at the end of the day, it still was a lot of people missing from that bubble, from who did not come in to play. So
Like who?
It was a lot of people who still
You talking about
didn't
Avery
come back.
Bradley?
I mean, Kyrie Irving, you got people like that. But he was hurt. But he was hurt too. He was hurt too. But if you dealing with a league where everybody is playing, everybody's fully loaded, you still got people like Porzingis. If Porzingis was even healthy, I think Porzingis would have took out the Lakers. Absolutely.
They would have took out the Clippers.
They would have took out the
Clippers. But I'm saying if they would have played the Lakers, I would have felt like they could have had a shot.
Well, where's your move though?
Porzingis. Porzingis is a great player.
No, he is.
He's a great player. I feel like
where's the reference and the records to say that the Mavs was gonna take out the Lakers? I'm waiting.
I mean,
where's that? You going by opinion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bias.
He's
Long
biased.
as be honest,
He's so biased when it comes to sports.
That's
man.
crazy.
He has to be the most biased guy I've ever met.
He's great
in my life, man.
He's great.
That's crazy.
Who's great? LeBron's
great.
Almost definitely. Where is he on your Mount Rushmore?
On my Mount Rushmore? Yeah, I do.
We gotta have that topic soon, because I just want to hear who's on your Mount Rushmore in both NFL and basketball. I just gotta.
just can't.
I want to hear Nicole too, because Nicole got some biased ways too.
She do.
She
really
love
do.
LeBron, man.
But let me look.
Love LeBron.
Fun fact though, when I tell y'all I was not a LeBron fan, I literally had to sit down, watch this man play when I was young, and I'm just like, wait. But when I see how he gets criticized, it's not even. It's not even. I'm talking about nobody, literally. Not a Steph, not a KD, not a Kyrie. Nobody gets crucified.
No. Steph's is getting it this year. He's getting
we'll
it.
See.
We'll
see.
I ain't started liking LeBron until he was in Miami. That was his best year. So.
Fact.
But I'm just saying, y'all get what I'm saying. Like, I'm just like, dang, it don't matter if he do this. It don't matter. First of all, he took a Cleveland team with nobody on it.
But with KD being out, y'all gotta understand. So if KD wins, so let's say Brooklyn Nets win this game. Do we have a right to say that LeBron only won that chip last year because KD was out? Because if he come in and win this year and snatch the crown, then what is there to say?
But I feel like it's a no, because nobody gave LeBron or the Lakers the benefit of the doubt. When LeBron got hurt last season, they was already the 4th seed.
That's what I was about to say.
They was the 4th seed in the West. But as soon as they get out, you knew he wasn't taking the Lakers.
This is my question to you.
He was hurt.
This is my question to you. So you don't count that Toronto championship at all, because LeBron was hurt that season. And
Clay went out.
Clay went out and KD went out.
But I never looked at Kawhi being that guy. Everybody else did.
It's an excuse.
Being that number one. I know you did. I know you did.
Look what he was done.
But when KD came back, even after that injury, he was balling.
It's just all KD for you.
I'm just saying.
Let's flip it to 2 years before.
But look, you could argue he's the best player with the greatest amount of talent in the world when it comes to scoring. When it comes to
he's the greatest scorer. He's the greatest scorer.
Him and James Harden are the greatest scorers, probably of all time.
How many championships James Harden got?
But
before KD went to Golden State, how many did he have?
No.
But when it comes to scoring, I was saying scoring.
Just scoring. Their talent is crazy. But this is my thing though. You really can't just snatch somebody's championship away because of human nature. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get hurt. And if we date back 2 years previous before he went to Toronto, he was killing Golden State.
He was killing Golden State.
And before he got hurt. Just like KD was doing them, he was doing them like that.
This is the game.
Kawhi was doing them like that. He was killing them.
Was that the first game?
It doesn't matter. He was up 20.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair to say, but that's only one L. You got to that game.
You don't know how that was
that game could have went to.
My whole thing though, if it was a fifth though.
So how can you argue that
they wasn't stopping
Kawhi? That could have been his best game. Y'all don't. We never know.
We're only arguing that because you said if KD
was to snatch the championship.
But again,
come on, Shawn Thomas, man.
What?
Come on,
man. If he snatched it, and I love the Brooklyn Nets team. And going back to real quick, I just want to go back to how everybody was saying they wanted James Harden to be on the Nets. This team is loaded without James Harden. How?
He biased to KD, and I get it. You are literally not objective at all.
Bro, KD kills him in the finals every time. Every time. Y'all have to look at when KD hit the 2 greatest shots back to back.
The 2 greatest shots?
The 2 greatest shots.
Over Michael, over Kobe, the 2 greatest shots.
That was a good one. But it was at times when people kept saying KD was just lesser than. And every time, he averaged 30 every time.
Michael Jordan over Byron Russell.
No, I'm not saying KD. No, I'm not saying KD shot. I'm not saying KD shot was the greatest of all time. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying at our time, in our day, that's what I'm saying. In our day, that's one of the greatest shots heard around the world, besides Ray Allen 3-pointer.
And that's my whole point.
And that's the greatest shot in the last. Oh, that's probably gonna be one of the greatest shots in the next 2 decades.
Jesus.
I don't know.
You don't know. Who go hit it? I mean, you just saying.
I don't know.
But low-key,
that was game 6.
He like would have hit any shot.
That was game 6. If you really be honest, Kyrie's is up there. The hype of Ray Allen's, was nice. Kyrie over Steph was game 7.
In Golden State.
Ray Allen's was game 6 in Miami. So you can really kind of even argue that. You know what I'm saying? The level of the shot. It was game 7 versus a game 6. Both was elimination, but game 7 is more important than game 6.
I can give you that.
Yeah, you can argue. I think Ray Allen's, but you can argue.
A lot of people may argue Ray Allen's shot, but I totally agree with you with Kyrie because that also came with a LeBron James block from the other end. So
man,
what's up, y'all? It's your Triple Double family. Be sure to like,
share,
and subscribe.
All right, so we got to wrap it up. Y'all you unbelievable today. He unbelievable today, but be sure to get your family and friends to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Again, this has been Triple Double. I have really enjoyed myself today with the fellas. Yes. Blasphemy was spoken on Shawn's part. But we will see you on next time. Thank you so much for chilling out with us.